In the heart of Israel, amidst the swirling sands and under the vast, stretching sky, the epoch of Judges bore witness to an extraordinary figure, Deborah. Unlike any before, she was a fusion of divine insight and earthly authority, a prophetess who communed with the heavens, a judge whose wisdom drew crowds from across the land, and, in the fulcrum of necessity, a warrior whose spirit was as unyielding as the mountains of Ephraim themselves. Her abode, known far and wide, lay beneath the sprawling branches of the Palm of Deborah. This sacred spot, nestled between the towns of Ramah and Bethel in the undulating hills of Ephraim, became a sanctuary of justice, a place where the weary and wronged found solace and resolution under her discerning gaze. In an age shadowed by the clamor of war and the rule of iron-fisted kings, Deborah's ascent to leadership carved a new path in the annals of history. Her role was not merely accidental but seemed preordained by the cosmos, a defiance against the societal currents that sought to keep women from the realms of power and decision-making. Yet here she was, an unwavering column of strength, wisdom, and courage, commanding respect not through the might of arms, but through the unassailable force of her intellect and the depths of her faith. Her existence was a beacon of hope, a luminary in the darkness that had enveloped Israel. Through her leadership, she did not just guide her people through their present trials, but illuminated a future where the impossible became palpable, where change was not just a whisper on the winds of change, but a tangible reality. Deborah's legacy, marked by battles both in the court and on the field, stands as a testament to the enduring power of faith, the unbreakable will of the human spirit, and the boundless possibilities that unfold when courage dares to defy the norms. As the sun rose over the land of Israel, casting long shadows that seemed to echo the despair of its people, the oppressive rule of King Jabin of Canaan weighed heavily upon every village and heart. His commander, Sisera, with a force as formidable as the night is dark, spread terror far and wide. His 900 iron chariots, symbols of unstoppable power and brutal subjugation, carved a path of fear through the once peaceful lands, enforcing 20 years of suffocating oppression. It was against this backdrop of anguish and near hopelessness that Deborah, a beacon of light amid the encroaching darkness, received a message from the divine, a whisper of hope that stirred the embers of rebellion in the hearts of the downtrodden. With the weight of her people's future resting upon her shoulders, Deborah sent for Barak, son of Abinoam, a man of valor whose courage was yet to meet its greatest test. In the shadow of the Palm of Deborah, amidst the rustling leaves that seemed to murmur with anticipation, she relayed the celestial directive. The command was audacious, almost beyond belief, to gather an army of 10,000 men and ascend to Mount Tabor, there to confront the might of Sisera's fearsome forces. This was not merely a call to arms, but a proclamation of faith, a divine strategy that defied military logic and placed its trust in the power of the unseen. Deborah's words to Barak were not just instructions, but a catalyst, igniting a flame of courage that would spread through the hearts of men weary from years of subjugation. The promise of victory that accompanied this divine mandate was more than a mere assurance. It was a vision of freedom, a glimpse of a future where the yoke of Canaanite tyranny would be shattered, and the people of Israel could once again breathe the air of liberty. This pivotal moment, set against the backdrop of relentless oppression, marked the beginning of an epic struggle for deliverance, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dare to stand against the tide of tyranny, armed with faith as their shield and divine promise as their spear. In the shadow of uncertainty and fear that draped over Israel, Deborah stood as a beacon of divine faith and human resolve. Her spirit, unbroken by the despair that had engulfed her people, caught the flicker of hope from God's message. Yet when she relayed this celestial strategy to Barak, his hesitation mirrored the collective apprehension of a nation subdued by tyranny for too long. The weight of liberation, heavy with the burden of 20 years of oppression, seemed too colossal a task for Barak to shoulder alone. His request for Deborah's presence on the battlefield was a testament to her unparalleled stature in Israel, a leader whose mere presence could inspire the mightiest warrior to face an army of iron chariots. Her agreement to accompany him, however, came with a divine caveat that shifted the tides of destiny. the honor of triumph would crown not Barak, but a woman. This prophecy, veiled in mystery, would soon unfurl into a testament of unexpected valor. As the day of reckoning dawned, the air thick with anticipation, Deborah's indomitable spirit galvanized the hearts of 10,000 men at Mount Tabor. The battleground became a canvas for the display of their unwavering courage, a courage kindled by Deborah's leadership. The Lord, true to his word, sowed chaos among Sisera's ranks, turning the tide of what seemed an unwinnable war. Iron chariots, once symbols of Canaanite invincibility, became tombs for their occupants as panic set in, orchestrated by a power far beyond human ken. In this tumult, Sisera, the architect of Israel's suffering, found his strategies crumbling, his chariots useless against the divine disarray. Desperate to salvage his life, he abandoned his army, fleeing into the wilderness, where fate steered him toward Jael's tent. The narrative then converges with Jael, a woman of profound strength and cunning, dwelling in the peace of her tent until destiny brought Sisera to her doorstep. This was no chance encounter, but the unfolding of divine will through human agency. Jael's hospitality masked a resolute determination to end the tyranny that had plagued her land. With the calm of a seasoned warrior and the precision of a judge, she offered Sisera refuge, a gesture of kindness that would lead to his demise. As he lay sleeping, exhausted from defeat and flight, Jael executed a plan of such audacious bravery that it would forever alter the course of history. With a single swift blow, she drove a tent peg through Sisera's skull, a deed that resonated with the finality of divine justice. This act of valor, carried out in the quiet seclusion of her tent, was the fulfillment of Deborah's prophecy, heralding the end of Canaanite oppression and cementing the legacy of two extraordinary women whose courage and faith delivered their people from despair. In the annals of history, Deborah's and Jael's stories intertwine as powerful testimonies to the strength, wisdom, and bravery of women. They stand as monumental figures, not only for their decisive roles in the liberation of Israel, but also as enduring symbols of hope, proving that in the darkest of times, the light of courage, guided by divine providence, can illuminate the path to victory. Their legacy, born on the battlefield and sealed in the quietude of Jael's tent, continues to inspire, reminding us that the instruments of divine will can emerge from the most unexpected places, forever altering the course of history. In the aftermath of the battle, as the dust settled and the heartbeats of a nation began to calm, a new sound arose, a melody of victory and valor, woven with the words of the prophetess herself. Deborah's and Barak's triumph didn't just silence the clatter of iron chariots, it birthed a song, a powerful ode that captured the essence of a people's struggle, the indomitable courage of Israel, and the monumental strength of its women. This wasn't merely a tune to be hummed in the aftermath of war. It was a declaration, a sonic monument to the divine intervention that shattered chains of oppression and heralded a new dawn of freedom. The Song of Deborah, as it cascaded through the valleys and echoed off the mountainsides, was more than a celebratory chant. It was a narrative tapestry, interlacing tales of bravery, sacrifice, and providential guidance. It spoke of Jael's decisive blow, of Barak's charge down Mount Tabor, and of the people who rose as one against their oppressors. But at its core, it celebrated the pivotal role of women, of Deborah, who led with wisdom and strength, of Jael, whose resolve turned the tide of battle. Their stories, immortalized in song, became beacons of hope and symbols of the power vested in faith and fortitude. This anthem transcended the confines of time, becoming a timeless testament to triumph over tyranny, justice over injustice. It served as a reminder that in the annals of history, the contributions of women, often unsung and overlooked, were indeed foundational to the deliverance and destiny of a nation. The Song of Deborah resonated not just as a victory chant for one battle, but as an enduring hymn of empowerment, inspiring generations to come with its profound message. In the collective memory of a people, the acts of courage, the whispers of faith, and the songs of freedom will forever echo, as long as stories are told and songs are sung. In this tale of Deborah, we find not just a story of ancient battles and divine prophecies, but a narrative that resonates with the themes of Women's Month. Deborah stands as a testament to the power of female leadership, the importance of wisdom and courage in the face of adversity, and the undeniable impact of women in shaping history and forging paths of freedom for their people. This short video offers a glimpse into Deborah's life and legacy, embodying the spirit of Women's Month through the lens of one of the Bible's most powerful female figures. Her story encourages us to recognize and celebrate the strength, leadership, and contributions of women throughout history and in our lives today.